Okay, let's jump right into it. So today I want to talk about learning the notes of your fretboard. It's essential. It's very, very essential to learn the notes of your fretboard. So there's lots of people that know the numbers. Like, for example, you could learn songs by knowing the numbers because you could reference tabs. But at some point, you're going to need to know the notes of the neck because it's extremely important when you start to learn music theory and you start to connect yourself with your instrument. You have to know where you're at. It's like having a roadmap and not knowing, the major streets or freeways and stuff like that. You have to know this stuff. It's essential for getting around. So it's the same on the bass guitar. And there's many ways to learn it, but there's some very effective ways and efficient ways to learn it, which I'm going to explain today. You want to pull out your bass guitar, whether it's 4-string or 5-string or 6-string, the concept is the same across all of it. Basically, we have a musical alphabet of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we stop there. And then we have sharps and flats in between, right? So you could pull up this information online. There's fretboard charts all over the internet that you could pull up. If you would like one from me, you could definitely email me and I could get you one. Basically, what you want to start with is you just want to grab your instrument and kind of just look at it, physically what's going on. So as we can see, it's a matrix, right? Because we have these strings and then we have these boxes, right? So one thing I would recommend for someone who's just starting off is to grab a pen and paper and draw this out exactly how it looks. Draw the strings coming down and draw the boxes, each one of these boxes, because what we're going to do, you're going to write the note name next to each one of these frets. And basically what you could do is just, you make a master chart or master fretboard layout. And then you could make some like templates where you could kind of quiz yourself and, you could kind of write it in and make sure that you're understanding it. And it's a great way of learning it. And then, you just grab your bass and then you could kind of just go over it. Like, for example, let's take the top string. That's G, right? So with G, that's the open string. And then the first fret would be G sharp. Second fret would be A, then A sharp, then B, then C. We could just keep going up. And then you go to the next string, D string, and then the A string, then the E string, and then if you have a 5-string bass, the low B. So you just keep finding it. But there are more efficient ways of learning this a lot faster. But it's not all about speed. But it's more of, getting it, learn it the right way the first time. But there is, like I said, there's a more efficient way. So you see these markers that are on each, they're like every other fret or so. These are there for a reason. And then on the side of the neck, there's dots. They correspond to these markers. And depending on your bass, some basses don't have the markers on the fret, but I think all basses have at least the dots on the side of the neck. Those are there for a reason. Those are there for you to know where you're at on the neck. Especially when you first started off, you need to know where you're at as far as where the notes are at. So basically, for reference, let's take the same G string. That first marker would be G sharp. That second marker would be A sharp. That third marker would be C. That fourth marker would be D. Then that fifth marker would be E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to make sure. And then, your 12th fret would be the octave of the open string. So like, let's go to the E string, right? The E string, it's the lowest string if you have a 4-string. So it would be E, and then the first marker would be F. Then the second marker would be G. The third marker would be A. The fourth marker would be B, and then the fifth marker would be C sharp, and then the 12th marker would be the octave, which is E of the string. So you can use these markers, right? You could use these markers as reference. And then the other thing too, when you come all the way up the neck, it just repeats from what it is down here. So once you learn it up to the 12th fret, you pretty much got the rest of the neck or rest of the frets. So use the markers. They're there for a reason. Up to this day, I still use them. I've been playing for a while, but they're there for a reason. They're there for that reason. The next thing here, like I said, they're hacks. And the next method here is the octaves. So the way you find an octave, let's say we take the first fret of the E string, which is F. The way we get an octave is we go 2 strings over and 2 frets up. So basically, in this case, is the first marker on the E string and then the second marker on the D string. It is a diagonal. If you look at the shape, it's diagonal. And if you take the same shape and go up a fret, you get the same result. And these octaves are all over the deck. They're there to help you figure out the notes. So basically, if you know F is hair, then you know F is hair. It's the same thing. If you go over to the next string, the A string, you play the first fret, that A sharp is here, as well as here on the G string. 2 strings over and 2 frets up. 2 strings over, 2 frets up. Or you can look at it as the next marker up on then you skip a string over. So, those are like little hacks to learning the fretboard faster and to like not ever forgetting these notes, because once you learn them one time, once you learn them well one time, you shouldn't have to go back and learn it again. It should be a one-shot type thing where you learn them, you master them, you memorize them, and you just know where you're at. And then from that point, you're going to start connecting your ears with these notes. And I have other stuff to help with that. But let's just start with this. You just picked up a bass. Please get in the habit of learning the notes. Learn the notes, and then we get into other stuff. Take care.